You are listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair on RLM Radio.
The girl of your dreams has got to be in some bar.
Sorry, boys and girls, but this is X-rated. So if you're under 18...
Get out, goddammit! Get the point? Good.
And now?
Bend over.
Y'all ready for this?
We do it all night long.
And now, your host, Grammy.
Me. Oh, Lord. It is most definitely a WHACK-A-DOODLE Wednesday. And you have got Grammy Mary here on RealLibertyMedia.com. Channel 3, also on the RLMradio.xyz site, the RLM TuneIn radio station, the RLM Internet radio station, the RLM Spreaker channel. We're just RLM all over the place. And it is the day before Turkey Day. You know, that day where everybody goes, or at least here in the U.S., where everybody goes and consumes entirely too much food. Or at least a lot of people do. Not everybody gets to. Because, yeah, there's a lot of people that don't get to have that wonderful meal. And, yeah, I got some wonderful kids that donate to those places that provide wonderful meals. And bless their hearts, they done awesome. Awesome. I donate food to the food pantry. But that, I don't know what they do with that other than I know they give... They give grocery sacks full of food to people that it's a little bit rough for them to go purchase enough for a Thanksgiving meal. But hey, oh well. And tomorrow is the official day that you're supposed to be thankful. Thankful, although I prefer to think that everybody needs to be thankful every day. But, you know, it's not that I'm being bossy or nothing. What did I just say? I ain't repeating myself, JJs. Okay, let me say hi there, ho there to everybody. I see Dimma over here in the corner pocket. Hey, Dimma. Yeah, I beat you to the duck. The duck. I got the duck. And over here in Twitterville, that wonderful place where there's all kinds of people that are getting censored and all this other fun shit. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. That is true, Jabberwocky. Yeah, there's much, much more of this crazy old lady out there. And crap, there's a freaking picture of old Trumpelstiltskin. Ew. So, over here on this Twitterville, where I still have 364 followers. Hey, hi, ho, how you doing, y'all? Hope y'all having an absolutely wonderful WHACK-A-DOODLE Wednesday. I spent the day, I got my water issue taken care of, we hope. Got a part replaced, and I have better water pressure, so I'm not going to complain about that. So I had a nice long soak this morning, and then I baked. And I know it's not the fun kind of bake that Rob Works likes to fire up, but I did bake, and I'm not real sure about some of these recipes, but everybody else is going to have to suffer right along with me when we consume tomorrow. So, ha, ha, ha. But in any case, thanks, Barman and Real Liberty Media and Freedom's Network for tweeting me out over there on Twitterville, and you as well, Jabberwocky. Thank you very much, darling. Hope everything is wonderful over there in Scotland. No, that's Ireland. That's the Bonnie Land, isn't it? Okay. On Freedom's Network, thank you, Grammy, for sharing me over here. Truly do appreciate it. I also see Bo Diddy was on here for a while. Hey, Bo Diddy, if you're listening, shout out to you. And Bobby Bain was here as well. Hey, Bobby. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. Hey, oh, hail. All hail. And what is that? Oh, the mega rich say that they need at least what? They need at least one boot in the butt every 5 minutes, at least. I could go along with that. I also see Fraser Flav is over here. Hey, Fraser, how you doing? Hope everything is wonderful. And looky, Estrella's over here, and Bob Renner was here for a while, and so was Java Doctor. So, and Grimner, because, well, you know, Grimmy's everywhere. He's almost like the NSA, only a lot more fun. And let's see, over here on Fakey Book. These lovely people. Hi, Nicole. How are you? I haven't been to Mines all day today, so if anybody over on Mines is listening, hi. If I talk and type at the same time, I sound even more Riri than I do just talking. So I'm just not going to do it. At least not for the next 5 minutes. But hi, Nicole. How are you, sweetie? And Raymond. I see you, Ray. And Tanya. And who else do I see? Donna. Donna made a pie. I had someone ask me if I would make a pie, and I said, I suck at making pies. I really do. I'm not very good at making pies at all. But I do have this wonderful thing over here on Fakey Book that I just have to share with you, because I consider you all my friends, and I think, you know, we just need to figure out which one you are. Because, you know, friends are like panties. Some crawl up your butt, some snap under pressure. Some just don't have the strength to hold you up, and some get a little bit twisted. Some are your favorite, and some are holy. Then there's some that are pretty cheap, and some that are just plain naughty. And then you actually have some that cover your butt when you need them. So to all of you out there, I just want to let you know, you just step into whichever category you think you belong into, because I know which one I would put you in. Yes, it's going to be one of them there whack-a-doodle days, because it's Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday. Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday. Hi, Daryl. How are you doing, sweetheart? I see you over here on Fakey Book. And if you wish to give me static... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I just refreshed my Facebook, and my brother Mikey is making cinnamon rolls. Oh... And he's got the dough covering his whole countertop. I'm already salivating. Mike, I hope Mikey and Susie have a cinnamon roll bake-off. 'Cause darn, I will have to taste test from both camps multiple times. Just saying. It's my civic duty. I'll be taking it for the team. You know. Okay, over here. Yes, JJ's, you do simply rock, honey. I see you. Over here in the RLM, which is where you need to be if you want to give me static, even though my Firefox updated. And so my Chatzilla thingy went away for... I'm going to do that later. I was rather rushed today, so I just didn't mess with it. I just went ahead and logged into the normal... But I know, stop whining. Whiner. Well, I guess cheese and Grammy crackers. That's what wine's supposed to be for, right? Okay, what's that? Oh, thank you for passing around that bubbler, Rob Works. I'm scrolling. I have to scroll more in this version. Drat! I'm gonna wear out my scrolly finger. That just sounds sick and wrong. I like it. Okay, over here in the RLM, right up top, we got Barman, who is the most splendiferous bot in the whole wide world, followed closely by Cowboy Tech, who is always hearing pleasant voices, and I really want to know where he gets his hearing aids. 'Cause damn, I wish I could always hear pleasant voices. I also see Grimner is here, who is the RLM god, and like I said, he is everywhere. What's that, Frumpy? We're full of like not sparkle pony basement dwellers. Sweet. I will say I am full of something, but I'm not going to tell you what. You just got to figure it out yourself. I also see Asmodeus Asmo is logged in over here, as well as the lovely Beth Z. And looky there, BTC Bob is in the house, as well as Chalcedony. I saw Chalcedony say hey the other day, and I said hey back, but apparently both of us got busy shortly thereafter. The lovely Chloe is here. Hey, Chloe, how's things in your world? And looky there, Free Enslaved. Hi, Free. How's things way down in the great state of Florida? I hope you're going on a cruise sometime so I can live vicariously through you. Just saying. I'm here as well as IB Don C. And looky there, Java 2 is here. The double dipping the Java doctor there, because I got him over on that Freedoms Network as well. And JJ's 99 JJ's is here, and he just simply rocks, because yes, he does. JJ's has his own show, and he plays some cool tunage, and even some stuff that I go, whoa, who was that? So then I have to look on the website to see who that was, because it's like, I kind of like that. I never heard that before. I also see Juana Taco is here. And you know what, honey? That sounds good. I haven't decided what I'm doing for supper yet because I've been baking other things. I also see P. Bunyan. Hi, P. Bunyan. Timber to you too, dude. And the lovely Kate, who is also down in the great state of Florida. Hi, Rain. The lovely Rain. She's gracing us with her presence. Well, at least with her login ability or whatever the hell you want to say. RLM Fluky is here, the Vanna White of the RLM channel, as well as Rob Works, who is the man with the plan and the bubbler, and he fired it up just a little bit ago. Thank you ever so much. Hey, Gooberzilla. I know, he's kind of sort of out of line, but that's okay. I'll say howdy again. Tip Bob is here, as well as that trusty fellow who trusts no one, or trust number one, however you wish to say that. Flasher and I have issues on that one occasionally. And looky there, Phantom is logged in. Once again, Phantom, thank you ever so much for that wonderful intro. I truly do appreciate it. And you notice I use it quite often. And Dakota is here. I hope it's not too bursy up in your neck of the woods, hon. Hi, Chloe. Just an echo. Yoo-hoo. I also see the Dorky Lynn is logged. Oh, Dimma, did I miss you? Hi, Dimma. I see you over here as well as over in the corner pocket. Dorky Lynn is still logged in. Hey, lady, it's way past your bedtime, isn't it? And Frumpy is here. And Frumpy says we're not Sparkle Pony basement dwellers. Frumpy should know. And looky there, Gooberzilla again. Hey, Goober, I say you, as well as, hey, Jehovah One. Thank you for the wonderful day today. It really was quite lovely outside, although I didn't spend much time outside, but I did go out a couple times. Kozu is here. Hey, Kozu, as well as Bot. An bot. I wonder what kind of bot that is. Moy is here. Hi, Moy. How are you? As well as the wonderful Nenson Dubois. And Poxified is also here, as well as Pompopon Sauce and Slim Jim Flim. And to round out the crew, the one, the only, the Tom W. Hey, Tom, how's things? Giant robots from outer space on Vimeo? Sweet! Or maybe not. That could be kind of scary. You never know. Okay, I'm going to go and check out. I have a couple of really, really fascinating, wonderful things that I know you just plain can't live without knowing. That I have opened up just for you guys. Because it's so special. These are some really wonderful, wonderful tips that people have shared over here on Bored Panda. You know, people are sharing shitty life tips and they're just too funny. Aha. You know, some life hacks are awesome. You handy little shortcuts that you can get the boring stuff done quicker and easier, and, you know, giving you more time to get on with the more important stuff, like sitting around in your recliner with your feet up and taking a nap, that kind of stuff. Or like playing with your dog or saving the world, which sometimes sitting in your recliner and taking a nap is saving the world. It just doesn't recognize the favor you just did it. Some of these life hacks, however, are not that wonderful. These are parody life hacks, or life hacks so creatively useless that the only thing that they're good for is making you giggle uncontrollably. We'll find out, Bored Panda, if they are or not. Or Victoria. Victoria is the one that wrote this. So, number 1. And there are images to go along with this as well. So, yeah. Should I share them so you can read along? Nah, I'll wait till later. Number 1. Are you tired of boiling water every time you make pasta? Are ya? Well, how about you just boil a few gallons at the beginning of the week and freeze it for later? You know, I actually know people that would probably do that. Number 2, a non-smoker hack. If you don't want to smoke but feel left out when your friends go for a cigarette, start carrying sparklers instead. And now you'll have a reason to ask them for a light and hang out for a while. No, that's just dumb. Number 3, eggs are really healthy and should be the foundation of your diet. But if you don't like the taste, add cocoa, butter, flour, and bake for 30 minutes. That way you get your eggs, and cocoa's good for you, and so is butter, and, well, flour, depending on what kind of flour it is, it could be good for you too. So, hey, there you go. That'll make your eggs a lot more tasty. Number 4, don't throw out those old doll heads when you can turn them into handy night lights for your kids. Yeah, talk about Creeperzilla. Ooh, that is just creepy as hell. That would be something fun for Halloween, though. Number 5, if you sleep till noon, you only have to pay for 2 meals instead of 3. I hadn't thought of that. Wow, you only have to prepare 2 meals instead of 3 too. Unless you stay up till midnight, and then you still have to do 3. That's not a really good life hack. Sorry. Number 6, battery's dead in your smoke alarm? Well, how about you just use a Jiffy Pop popcorn for your smoke alarm? When it gets a little bit too hot and that popcorn starts going all over the place, you'll know you need to get your ass out of the house. Open your mouth as you run through the doorway, because that way you get a little popcorn on the way. No, number 7 is just plain stupid. I'm not going to read it. Okay, smell gas in your home. Locate the suspected leak by striking a match in every room until of the house until a loud explosion reveals the source of the escaping gas. No. Ooh, no. Number 9 is when cutting bagels in half. Put your finger through the stabilizing hole to keep it steady. No, don't do that. No matter how many times somebody tells you, no, don't do that. That's not smart. Number 10, if your car is making an unsettling noise, just turn your radio up and it disappears. Now, that one I have been told by mechanics all my life. And yeah, sometimes it does disguise that unsettling noise, so you don't have to worry about it. I like eggs too, Rob Works, but I don't eat that many a day. Let's see. Oh, I'm not going to go to the next pages. There's like 7 more pages, so I just shared the link for you so you guys can check them all out yourself. Because, yeah, Bored Panda, honey, I would have to be really bored to keep going with those because I'm not impressed. I'm really not. Although I am going to share this over. See how I are over here in the RLM, or not in the RLM, yeah, over here on this Freedoms Network, so that those guys can, when they have a panda that's bored, they can entertain it as well. Some of those hacks are painful. So, now I did just read the first one of this, and I got to tell you, I thought it was amusing. This is from Ranker.com. It's Drunk Notes to Self. These are supposedly funny 28 helpful notes written by drunk people to their sober selves. So, all humans are glass cases of emotion, and enough drinks can crack them open to the point where feelings flow uncontrollably, like entities from Pandora's box. And to relay these profound sentiments to the sober self, drunks often leave behind drunk notes. Documents capable of true brilliance or utter incoherence, which, mine would be incoherent because I wouldn't be able to read my own writing. But that's beside the point. But like the meat lover's pizza that you forgot to order, or the drunk notes are usually a fun surprise that you find in your bed the next morning. So let's check some of these out, shall we? Smell you later. To sober Han. You smell like vomit because you accidentally stepped in some, not because you vomited. P.S. Wash them shoes. I've done that a time or two. Dear Ross, instead of being a dick and hiding your keys, phone, and wallet, I made your lunch for tomorrow. Suck it. Drunk Ross. Oh, that's funny. That's just... Oh... I don't know that I want to know what was in that. So, the Smarty Pants one. Michelle is here. Put on pants. Ooh, okay. For your office party fail list. If I get fired tomorrow, it's because I, number 1, inappropriately touched my boss. Number 2, made him buy me a Big Mac. Number 3, threw my Big Mac at him. Number 4, threw a hot cell out of his car window. Through a hot cell out. Please make sure I'm up at 10:30 if I still have a job. I have to work at 11. Oh, sorry. That one's actually quite legible, though. I'm impressed for a drunk person. Okay, a laid-back person. Things to remember. Gamberg owes me $20, and I need to get laid. Okay. So, a plea to the sober me. Coke, whiskey, beer, tacos, humans, burgers, G-bread, tostadas, salsa. Sober you can figure this out. I'm sober and I can't figure it out. What the hell? Now, about last night. Dear Sober James, last night you kissed Ashley twice, lost count at 13 drinks, took some redhead cunt, terrible kisser, home, and then threw the bitch out, talked to Molly via Facebook, love, drunk, Jamesy. I've never done that. Okay. I drank your Arnold Palmer. Sorry, here's $1. Yeah, 2. Oh, okay. Huh? What's an Arnold Palmer? In the under the Dream On category, to get list. No, I don't want that. Go away. Oh, I can close it in 5 seconds. Boom. Get tax and yesterday's dreams. Huh? What do I need tax for? I don't get that one. Note from me. And then there's a flying spaghetti monster. It's a skull with 6 tentacles. Look up. Ooh. I don't want to look up. Here's one. You are not trapped. Pull door handle while unlocking. Oh, somebody must have stayed in an unfamiliar abode. As for the hands-on approach, I saved you the best part. Drunk you. And it's written on a hand. I would do that. How about this one? I owe you 15 beers. I will drop them off Friday. From Danny. Thanks, Danny. You drunk bastard. Future Hannah. Ha 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 ha. Drunk H-Dog. Alrighty. So, don't hit Larry's truck. It's kinda behind you. And tell Lindsay, go straight out. Okay. At least the car keys are holding that note down. Toilet humor. Lori Siren. I'll fix the toilet seat when sober. Turning into James. Sorry. Not sorry. What? What? I don't get it. I'm confused. What? Oh, an Arnold is a what? An Arnold Palmer is a beverage of iced tea and lemonade. Oh. A John Day. Oh, thanks, Graham. Cut down on the beans? No, I don't want to cut down on the beans. I like beans. Welcome back, Tom W. Okay. Oh, when dogs get drunk, why you no snuggle with me? My ex got the dog drunk once. It was not pretty. Poor little thing laid underneath the bed and just moaned for a whole day. I made him clean up the doggy puke too. That'll teach him. Okay, having your cake and eating. Oh, apparently when you were drunk, you ate part of the cake and then left a note to say, "Eat me, I'm tired." Please make waffles. Love, John. Let's see. Fat McDee's was here and it is still here, but you can see me because I am your shadow. That you love to spit water inside your what? Huh? Okay, that one was really drunk, but at least it's somewhat legible. Flash would like this one. Woo-ha, titties. Mr. Clean. Dude, I cleaned a lot. Please don't wake me. I'm super early. Super early? Huh?
Don't wake me up super early.
Oh, don't wake me up super early. Never mind. Bust a move. Kiss. Make out. Arm movement. Pants height. What? Moving along. Jeff who leaves home. I need to leave. I'm writing like Jeffrey Dahmer, a.k.a. a serial killer. Okay, thanks, Lindsay. You're as useful as a poop-flavored lollipop. Who said that? Although that's kind of cool, but no. Okay, some of these are just really weird. Make pictures of Nicolas Cage. No. No. Pissed in the tub? Ew. 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 Who would do that? That's just rude. Don't do that shit. Don't be peeing in the tub. Damn it, you grossers. Okay, those weren't nearly as fun as I thought they would be. I was really looking forward to just really whack-a-doodled and fun, but no. Okay, well, I guess I will just... Should I read that? No, I'm not going to read the Dutch apple crumbly one. I was pulling up recipes today too, because it's like, how do I don't remember how, because yeah, I made a bread thing with fruit, you know, kind of like the bread was the base and around the sides, and then filled it with fruit, and I had to make a Dutch apple, but I had to do it without any wheat. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. Because gluten intolerance and all that fun stuff. And so it was like, oh, this is going to be fun. Y'all wanted gluten intolerance, so you get to suffer right along with me. Oh, well. So, now that I've read those two stupid things, and I'm only a half an hour in, God dang. God dang. What's that? I have another notification. What do I have over here on Twitter? I have several. Hi, Gary L. How are you doing, sweetheart? I hope you and Gigi's Boo have an absolutely amazing Thanksgiving, if I don't get to see you later or talk to you later. Thank you for sharing that too, sweetie, over here on Twitter. Okay. I closed Twitter because I'm bored with it. I get easily bored. Have you noticed that? I'm going to go look in my pocket really quick. Okay, I am going to show you basically a recipe that I used, but I didn't use it for making this, but I used it. Does that make any sense to you whatsoever? I didn't make the bread, and I used peanut oil instead of, because it calls for extra virgin olive oil, but I used peanut oil instead. Yeah, I know. I'm rambling, and Tom has quit again. Tom! There. Did it go? There. That's what I made today, only I lined a cake pan with it, and yeah. So, or one of the things. In any case, seeing as how my funny stuff fell flat. At least for me, they did. Which, by the way, thanks, Grimmy. I saw that new dork table thingy that you did. That looks absolutely awesome. Thank you, hun. Oh, and Grimmy shared this one too. May as well go here while I'm looking in my pocket. Thanks, Grim. Oh, and I put one in there from my brother Joey too. What was the one I put in there from my brother Joey? Oh yeah, okay. I'll get to that one too. So, this is from the New York Post.com. Murder suspect who used big penis defense found not guilty. Really? Who was on that jury? Apparently this Florida man who is very well endowed, or at least he claims to be, he claimed his girlfriend choked to death during oral sex, and he was found not guilty of second-degree murder on Monday. Wow. Alrighty. Of course, this was way back in May, so. But Dick Patterson, okay, Richard Patterson, of Margate was acquitted of killing his 60-year-old girlfriend, Francesca Marquez, in 2015 after a week-long trial. During the trial, his lawyers initially argued that she died accidentally while performing oral sex on him. And to bolster their defense, Patterson's lawyer filed a motion to show his penis to the jury. Well, jury duty is just getting less and less. Oh. But after a medical expert testified that choking was actually unlikely, the defense reversed course on the theory, and the judge never ruled on the request to put his member on display in court. That's not the way she died, defense lawyer Ken Padowitz said, but that's the way Richard Patterson thought she died. Instead, the defense argued that there was no way of knowing how she died. Medical examiners never determined the cause of death because her body was too decomposed. But still, they don't know how she died. Apparently, the jury spent 5 hours deliberating before the verdict, and if he had been convicted, he would have faced life in prison. So, I'm curious. Why was her body so decomposed? Did he hide it? I don't want to know. I asked that, but it was kind of a rhetorical question. I really don't want to know. I think that's just a little bit much information. Oh, your darn phone. I understand, Tom. I truly do. No. Really? I don't know if I'm going to go there or not, Gooberzilla. That looks rather interesting, but I don't know that I want to go to that link yet or not. So, thanks, Grim, for that one. I'm going to go back to my pocket and go to this one that my brother Joey shared earlier this week, although it is from September the 29th of this year. And it's from thelibertyreview.com. Now, apparently, the feminazis are really doubling down on some of this shit. I didn't see this one, but thank you, Joey, for sharing it so that now I have it. And yeah, apparently a feminist author says teaching women self-defense has racist roots. Did you know that? So if you're defending yourself, or if you're learning to defend yourself, you're a racist. Is that what that means? Women's self-defense is grounded in racist and anti-immigrant sentiments, according to feminist author Wendy L. Rouse. This was in her new book, In Her Own Hero, The Origins of Women's Self-Defense Movement. And she describes the study of self-defense through an intersectional feminist lens. What the hell is that? And posits that self-protection has a history of bigotry. No, it has a history of wanting to protect yourself. Duh. So while learning self-defense allowed white women to work outside the home, it also allowed those same women to teach working class and immigrant women the tactics in a white savior-esque fashion. Oh, so you can't win for losing in this situation. Is that what you mean, hon? Wow. Self-defense is therefore highly problematic because it unloads the same male-female hierarchy of the past upon immigrant classes today, she claims. Really? Marginalized people have signed up for classes in droves following the election of Rumpelstiltskin, mirroring the historical purpose of self-defense as a means of empowerment and protection for oppressed people. Well, okay, and after Dangleberry was elected, there was an awful lot of people that went out and purchased firearms. Or if they already had firearms, they purchased an awful lot of ammunition. So, okay, now they have firearms. Now they want to make sure that they can take care of themselves in close combat situations. I'm thinking instead of saying that this has something to do with racism or shit like that, how about people empowering themselves? How's that sound? But no, you've got to turn that around. Apparently, in our current political moment, similar concerns are manifesting with the rise of white supremacy and white nationalist movements. Really? Huh. Rouse concluded that whenever white people feel threatened, their cultural anxiety reflects and therefore enforces the feelings of inferiority marginalized groups experience. Rouse, honey, is there a picture of you? I want to see what you look like. Women's self-defense training disrupted existing gender stereotypes and countered the myth that men were women's natural protectors. Rouse wrote, okay, and so what is wrong with that? What is wrong with women being able to take care of themselves? That doesn't mean that they want men to stop opening doors for them. I kind of appreciate it myself. I don't get what her problem is. What is your major malfunction, dear? That just I'm left very confused by that one. I don't understand why she says it's racist and sexist. Is it not empowering women? Or is this opposite day and I just plain didn't get the memo? I always miss out on those memos and it really, really infuriates me. Damn it. Okay. Since I'm going to some of these really weird places, how about I go to this one as well? I saw this over on Twitter and I thought, and well, it's got Bill Gates on it. So, a picture of him. So let's check this shit out as well. This is from the activistpost.com. Vaccines House of Cards is tumbling down fast. Yes, it is. More and more people, and even people that used to argue that, you're just being a conspiracy nut job, a tinfoil hatter. And now they're starting to pay attention to the Vaxxed movie and to look up their own information. And doctors are starting to change their opinion. And yeah, the whole vaccine thing. Something is truly messed up when the government has to step in and mandate that you do it. That's a real clue right there. You know, when whoever is providing a service or a product, and if they can't get the general public or the general consumer to just buy it up in droves on their own, so then they have to go to Congress and lobby and buy a few people off and get them to pass laws to make it to where you have to either change using what you're using, you know, like refrigerant in cars, because those chlorofluorocarbons that are heavier than air got up there and put a hole in the ozone layer. Even though ozone is created every second of every day because lightning strikes create ozone. But when their product is just so wonderful that they have to convince Congress, you know, with a little bit of money and maybe some favors, convince them to write a law to make you purchase their product, that's pretty much a good sign for you to know that, oh, this is some shit coming down the pike. I'm not going to like the way this feels. So, if there ever were a social, political, medical, and scientific myth about anything, the current state of vaccinology and vaccine quote-unquote science fits the bill in more ways than healthcare consumers probably even can imagine. And you are not consuming healthcare. You are getting dis-ease management thrown at you. It's not healthcare. The myth goes back hundreds of years to the unscientific hypothesis and work of Edward Anthony Jenner, who is credited as being the father of vaccines and the father of immunology. First and foremost, Jenner's being touted as being a physician, and that factoid has been disputed over and over again. Turns out that Jenner's first smallpox vaccination experiment, his own son, ended up with brain damage and died young, most likely from a vaccine-related immune deficiency. And you know what? If it works, let's keep doing it, because that's what they're doing still. The medical textbook definition of a vaccine adverse reaction is encephalitis, or brain inflammation. Note they say it in them big fancy schmancy words so people don't understand. They also say brain inflammation instead of swelling, because inflammation, people go, what's that? Which can lead to permanent neurological damage, aka brain damage, autism, developmental delay, or regression. They don't have that put on there, but yeah. By 1807, Jenner, convinced the Royal College of Physicians and the British Parliament that his once defunct and admittedly unprotective vaccine was safe and effective, and as well could produce large revenues. Wink, wink. That's what they, once they saw the dollar signs, it was like, oh, hell yeah. Sure, it's safe. It's safe for us to go all the way to the bank. Since Jenner obviously was an astute business person, he was able to convince others that his newfangled health hypothesis was a moneymaker. Both of Jenner's dreams keep on perpetually convincing others that vaccines are safe and effective, and vaccines are grandiose moneymakers. And in 2016, the vaccine market was worth close to $24 billion with a B. By 2020, profits are estimated to be worth $61 billion with a B. And the CDC alone sells over $4.6 billion in vaccines every year because the CDC itself owns patents on vaccines. However, what most U.S. healthcare, aka dis-ease management consumers, probably don't know is U.S. government agencies CDC and NIH plus Bill Gates own patents on vaccines. Ta-da! Like Ebola. The CDC owns over 20 patents, according to Robert F. Kennedy, Esquire. And so is there any wonder why vested interests push vaccines and want them to be mandated? More information about the centuries-old fraud which started the vaccine fiasco can be found, and they have links there. And another great source is the authentic history of medical scandal of all time in the book Dissolving Illusions, Disease, Vaccine, and Forgotten History. And of course, this author's book, Vaccination Voodoo, What You Don't Know About Vaccines, which, trust me, a lot of doctors don't know this stuff either because, number one, they don't read the little blurb, the inserts. They don't actually read those. They go by what the pharmaceutical rep tells them, which is just a very short synopsis with key information omitted. Apparently that last book goes into detail about most of the toxic ingredients in vaccines from the published scientific peer-reviewed research papers and their adverse negative effects in vitro or in vivo and in vitro. So once healthcare consumers, aka disease management victims, understand that those vaccine ingredients are capable of doing in the human body, especially to infants, where when you stop and realize sometimes they get as many as 7 injections in one day, depending on the state. Yeah, it's not cool. Also with toddlers and children who can't detoxify them, which that is, there's heavy metal poisoning going on here. Then the vaccine issue takes on a totally relevant understanding and rightful rejection. Since parents don't want hazmat materials, in many cases injected into their children, which can precipitate cancer, sterility, and the current neurotoxic and neurological problems now affecting 2 generations of children since the late 1980s. And if you look at some of the studies, and if you watch the documentary Vaxxed, there's a gal from MIT that's, she's not really a researcher on this stuff. She started hearing the hubbub and decided to crunch the numbers. And wow, those are some scary ass numbers when you look at how this is exponentially exploding among our babies. But healthcare consumers across the globe are waking up. The country of India has taken a remarkable step insofar as Center shuts health mission gate on Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, as reported in the Economic India Times. All financial ties of the country's Apex Immunization Advisory Board, National Technical Advisory Group on Immunization, with the Gates Foundation have been cut off. This is in India. Influence on the vaccination strategy is that there were questions about the Gates Foundation's ties with pharmaceutical companies and the possible influence that this may have on the country's vaccination strategy. The Global Policy Forum, an independent policy watchdog that seeks to promote accountability in international organizations, raised some of these concerns in a study in December of 2015. The study, called Philanthropic Power and Development: Who Shapes the Agenda?, had cautioned on the growing influence of the large global philanthropic foundations, especially the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, on political discourse and agenda setting in target fields, and fully analyze the risks and side effects, intended and unintended, of these activities on sustainable development. Which, once again, they keep saying they want to level the playing field with the rest of the world, get the rest of the world on the same playing field as people here in the United States with our standard of living. And it all sounds well and good, and most people stop and think, wow, that means that they're going to do something to bring the rest of the world up to our standard of living. No. What they're doing is bringing us down to the third world standard of living. You have to really pay attention when people say stuff to you and make sure that, if there are multiple ways of taking whatever was said, that you consider as many of those multiple ways as possible, which involves critical thinking, and that's something that they've been trying to drill out of us for years. Apparently, the above action, unfortunately, came too late for the 47,500 children who suffered paralysis from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation polio vaccination campaign that it sponsored and implemented in India during 2011 and 2012. Recently, they reported on dirty vaccines in More Scientific Proof to Refuse Vaccines, wherein this author discussed the newly reported scientific findings in Gotti and Montanari's papers, New Quality Control Investigations on Vaccines, Micro and Nano Contamination. This was published in the International Journal of Vaccines and Vaccinations in early 2017. However, GreenMedInfo.com has published an interview with lead author and researcher Dr. Gatti, and gave about the study, and she and researcher Montanaro undertook on 44 vaccines, which I encourage everyone to read, and there is a link there, which is, as it is most thought-provoking and further intimidating against vaccines being safe and pure, unadulterated biologicals. Okay. They can get away with that shit because actually mercury occurs in nature, so it is natural. Yeah, these things contain heavy neurotoxic metals that, like lead, in the HPV vaccines given to pre-teenage and teenage boys and girls, which why are you giving HPV vaccines to boys? Are you trying to sterilize the whole next generation? What the hell? Do you people not understand what the hell you're doing? Apparently from Rand Corporation's vaccine report on safety of vaccines used for routine immunization in the United States, the strength of evidence was high for the following associations in non-pregnant adults: seasonal influenza vaccine, let's see, where you have, there's all kinds of myalgia, malaise, fever, pain at the infection site, H1N1 vaccine with Guillain-Barré syndrome, and a lack of association between influenza and, I think that's pneumonia, basically, pneumococcal vaccines, and cardiovascular events in the elderly. So, yeah, this shit is killing people, and they know this, but they've got protection. Because it's so good, it's such a wonderful product that Congress just felt compelled to make it to where you have no recourse against these companies. Apparently the risk of GBS, which is Guillain-Barré syndrome, was estimated at 1.6 excess cases per million persons vaccinated. And the strength of evidence was high for the following association in children and adolescents with the MMR vaccine. And what are febrile seizures? These are in children under the age of 5. They also have a lack of association between the they say there's a lack of association between the MMR vaccine and autism spectrum disorders. Wink, wink. Yeah. They know better than that. Apparently, their conclusion claimed that there is evidence that some vaccines are associated with serious adverse events. However, these events are extremely rare and must be weighed against the protective benefits that vaccines provide. Extremely rare. How many cases of autism in children now? 1 in 25? Is that what the number is now? Careful consideration should be given to the investigation of research gaps, including patient risk factors that may be associated with this. However, important factors must be taken into account when determining whether studies are warranted, including the severity and frequency of these adverse effects being studied and the challenges of conducting sufficiently powered studies when investigating rare events. They are not rare events, hon. Apparently, the world government knew MMR vaccine caused autism in the 1970s. There's all kinds of information in here. I'm just going to go ahead and share it with you because, I can feel my blood pressure rising, and I really don't want to have high blood pressure right now. Frumpy, I don't know if they care either. It's kind of sad. There's an awful lot of people out there that just absolutely believe the bullshit. And yet there are doctors out there that are going, wow, I think what I was taught in medical school is way off. Sadly, it's not enough yet that are stepping forward and saying, I'm thinking what they're teaching is not necessarily true. Okay. Let's see. Where do I want to go? I want to go somewhere where I haven't been for a while. You know? How about I go to your newswire? I haven't been there for a while. Who are these people? I don't know them. Ew. Apparently a GOP lawmaker had to apologize for a leaked nude photo on Twitter. Ew. Ew. And guess what? I was talking about vaccines. And here on yournewswire.com from today, prominent researcher who claimed vaccines caused autism found dead. The body of a well-known autism advocate who led research on how vaccines cause autism was found floating in a canal last weekend. Jenna Beck, a.k.a. Gina Smith or whatever. She was found floating in a canal behind the Roseway Inn where she and her family were staying on or around November the 17th. Police said almost immediately they do not suspect foul play, which many experts have found absurd. Well, yeah, if you say you don't suspect foul play, then you don't really have to research, do ya? We have talked to several in Beck's camp, and one of whom said that if she was murdered, they do not believe it had anything to do with her autism advocacy. Really? There is a GoFundMe link set up for her family, though. We know that Unlocking Autism was a follower of Age of Autism, who is the editor, or their editor, Dan Olmstead, was found dead earlier this year of an alleged suicide. So as you can imagine, the family wants answers, and they aren't ruling anything out. It is rather suspicious, is it not? People are stepping up and saying, no, 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 no. Don't want to go there. Oh, I did not know that, Tom W. Have a patent on aerosolized vaccines. Yippee skippy. Yep, plastic underwear, plastic food containers affect male fertility. Yes. Yes. I do know that. They something about estrogen in them or some such. I don't remember exactly what the heck it was now. But yes, I have read something about that. See what Cracked has got going on. Probably not a whole heck of a lot. Guy exercises his art of trolling on Facebook. Oh, yippee. Nope, Cracked is... Nope. All I had to do was scroll down just a little bit and I could see, yeah. Y'all ain't really kicking it in too much, are you? Because they still had a Kanye West thingy. Like the second link. So where shall I go? Environment news. Ooh, marijuana farmers are destroying natural ecosystems as quest of profits outweighs green agricultural practices. Did you guys know that? You naughty, naughty people. President Trump saves the elephants of Zimbabwe. Well, isn't that special? I'm just going to read some headlines until one of them just reaches up and grabs me. If sitting is the new smoking, who is responsible for the health consequences of desk jobs? I don't know. Who is? You know what? There's just really not a whole heck of a lot of fun stuff out there for this Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday. What the hey? What is up with you people? I want fun stuff, thankful stuff, things to be blissful over. What? Okay, from worldnewsdailyreport.com. Bomb squad successfully disarms artillery shell stuck in man's rectum. Rectum? Damn near killed him. What the hell? About us. I'm thinking this is this is one of them there. Apparently, explosive experts from the San Francisco PD bomb squad were called to the San Francisco General Hospital this morning to disarm an artillery project that was stuck in a patient's anal cavity. Wow. So, pinch and a loaf wasn't good enough for you. You had to drop a bomb, huh? The 47-year-old patient arrived at the hospital around 9 a.m. with a live M107 or 155 millimeter howitzer projectile stuffed in his rectum. Why? Blow it out your ass? The San Francisco PD bomb squad was immediately called to the site to disarm the massive ammunition, weighing almost 95 pounds. Damn. And measuring more than 31 inches long. Oh, Lord. Okay. My butt hurts. A large portion of the hospital had to be evacuated in case the projectile exploded. According to the San Francisco Police Department spokesperson, Lieutenant Linda Hall, the shell could have destroyed most of the building had it exploded. Wow. This was a very delicate situation involving powerful military explosives. If it had blown up, there would have been hundreds of victims. You know, I've heard of people clearing a room with what comes out of their backside, but damn. Apparently, it took explosive experts more than 2 hours to successfully disarm the explosive device, allowing doctors to remove it from the patient's cavity. Wrecked him, damn near killed him. Oh, this is a fun one, but yeah. Grain of salt, people. Do you have a container of the Morton salt? Yeah, I hope you do. The fact that the shell was stuck inside the patient made disarming it very complicated. Fortunately, these guys are the best in the world, and they were able to accomplish a miracle. The San Francisco Police Department has confirmed that it will now dispose of the shell at an unidentified military facility. Patient's name hasn't been made public, but the San Francisco Police Department has confirmed that it had opened an investigation to determine how the man had acquired the artillery shell, and if someone had told him to sit on it and spin, and he just thought, well, I must do this. The possession of such a powerful military projectiles is illegal in California and can lead to sentences of up to 10 years in prison. Oh, honey, he was going to blow it out his ass. Come on, give him a break. The man could also face several other criminal charges like possession of an explosive device, negligent manipulation of an explosive device, and endangering the life of others. Yeah. I think I'm going to loiter on this site for a while because they have lots of very inventive blow it out your ass shit. Who's jack shit? I don't know. Oh, I saw a video earlier today. Did you know that tea bags are made with plastic? I'll bet that. Don't you? Isn't that just lovely? Don't you feel better now? Yeah, I know it's not foul play when they shoot themselves in the head from behind. They were just really, really, really wanted to commit suicide and make sure that there was no way. What? Oh. You know, some of these are even way some of these are even beyond something that I would read. Holy crap. Bride runs over priest with car after he slept with groom on wedding day. Oh, now that's just... Wow. Okay, here's a fun one. Wow, that's a lovely picture. Wacky, wacky, wacky people. I love you guys. You have an amazing sense of humor and a really off-kilter way of writing. Apparently, a woman was arrested for training squirrels to attack her ex-boyfriend. That's just nuts, I tell ya.
No, that's fucking genius.
45-year-old Janice Smith was arrested this morning by officers of the Detroit Police Department for allegedly capturing numerous squirrels and training them to attack her former lover. The victim, 51-year-old James Robinson, was presumably attacked by the rodents on more than a dozen occasions over the last month. Attack squirrels. Whoop, whoop. I know, it's crazy. These attacks caused him many serious injuries, including the loss of 2 fingers and 1 testicle. Ow! Man, what's the deal with this nether region attack shit? Damn it. The poor man had no idea why the squirrels kept attacking him until he saw his ex-girlfriend, a former circus animal trainer, cheering the animals on during one of the attacks. She was partially hidden behind some bushes, but I could clearly see and hear her. She was yelling orders at the squirrels and telling them to attack me. Realizing that his life could be in danger... Really? Mr. Robinson filed a complaint to the police, who paid a visit to Ms. Smith. Okay, you filed it. You did not drop kick the squirrels. Excuse me. Or walk around with a bag of acorns, so that you could distract them. Look, who wants a treat? Who wants a treat? And throw those out there for them. In her residence, they found a dozen cages holding a total of 27 squirrels, and they also found 2 training dummies with pictures of Mr. Robinson taped over their faces. The Detroit police chief, James Craig, confirmed that Janice Smith had admitted that she was responsible for the attacks and confessed her strange plot. Ms. Smith confessed to capturing and training squirrels to harass and attack her ex-boyfriend. Alrighty. Apparently, this 45-year-old woman is now facing a variety of criminal charges linked to the criminal harassment and using animals as a weapon. Where is people for the ethical treatment of animals when you need them? Huh? You know, there's got to be some kind of group out there or agency that can stop this madness, because God knows we can't do it on our own. That's just nuts. What's that, Grimmy? Yes, Grimmy, I know. Because I scrolled down and I found the tornado thing. Yeah, these are fictional, but they're so fun to read. Who is jackshit.com? I don't know. Who is jackshit? I know his brother. No, I really don't. Okay. So, if you don't know jack shit, who is jack shit? Here you go. We're going to find out. For some time, many of us have wondered just who is jack shit. We find ourselves at a loss when someone says, "You don't know jack shit." Well, thanks to my genealogy efforts, you can now respond in an intellectual way. Jack shit is the only son of Aw shit. Aw shit, the fertilizer magnate, married Miss Oni Deep. Okie dokie. And they only had one son, Jack. In turn, Jack shit married Noah, or No shit, and the deeply religious couple produced 6 children. Holy shit, give a shit, full of shit, bullshit, and the twins Deep shit and Dip shit. Against her parents' objections, Deep shit married her cousin Dumb shit, a high school dropout, and after being married 15 years, Jack and Noah Schmidt divorced. No shit later married Ted Sherlock, and because her kids were living with them, she wanted to keep her previous name. She was then known as No Shit Sherlock. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Dipshit married Lotus Shit, and they produced a son with a rather nervous disposition called Chicken Shit. 2 of the other 6 kids, Full of Shit and Give a Shit, were inseparable throughout childhood and subsequently married the Happens brothers in a dual ceremony. The wedding announcement in the newspaper announced that Shit Happens nuptials, blah, 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 blah. The Shit Happens children were Dog, Bird, and Horse. Bullshit, the prodigal son, left home to tour the world, and he recently returned from Italy with his new Italian bride, Pizza Shit. Now, when someone says, "You don't know jack shit," you can correct them. Alrighty. Now I do know jack shit. What the shit? No, that's what the fudge. Thank you, Tom W., for that link. I need to actually send that to some of my family members who are full of. Okay, where's the other one? I know there's another one. There it is. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Okay, I'm going to go back and see if maybe what the pig has in store for today. Those wild and crazy guys over at the pig. Then I may actually go to Weasel Zippers. I haven't been there for a while either. So, the word of the day is once again a phrase. Boys, boys, boys. Ethics Committee. It is a noun, and it is the swamp hole where elected tormentor scandals go to die. In the quotable quotes section, when is Tom Jones... Let's start this over again, shall we? When is Tom Jones going to file suit against his female fan base for them tossing their underwear at him while on stage trying to make a living? That really is workplace harassment. Poor guy. Why do I want his job? Because, Porcus, you're just sick and wrong. That's why. And yeah, that is workplace harassment. And you know, the other day, one of my coworkers asked me if I had ever been sexually harassed on the workplace or at the workplace. And I actually spit coffee when he asked me that. And then I said, okay, honey, I have been told several times that I really need to watch myself because I could be accused of that. And he said, not by us. Because, yeah, we all tell jokes and, yeah. They know I'm harmless. So, this date in history, November the 22nd, 1122 of 1950. Shooting accuracy and scoring take a night off in front of 7,021 fans when the Fort Wayne Pistons beat the Minneapolis Lakers by the lowest NBA score. 19-18. Damn! Either that's one hell of a defensive game, or yeah, they just totally sucked. And this date in history, the 22nd of November, 1955, RCA Victor pays Sam Phillips of Sun Records the pricely sum of $25,000 for the rights to a truck driver from Tupelo, Mississippi, Elvis Presley. Huh. Wow. That was an investment that paid off like who laid a chunk, let me tell ya. Okay. Back to the RLM. What are you guys talking about over here? As fast as a mongoose? Oh. Squirrel wrath. I gotta see this. What is this squirrel wrath? Fear my squirrely wrath. Fear it! You know, squirrels can be kind of scary. And yes, they are fast. And they're lots of fun to watch. So long as, you know, they aren't dropping things on you. Although they're not quite fast enough for my doggies. Because my doggies would, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Where else do I think I will go to Weasel Zippers. I have not been there in forever and ever and ever. And seeing as how I spent the day baking and, well, slouching, and I was kind of sort of busy for part of the day. Oh, 2 more women have told HuffPo that Senator Al Franken touched their butts in separate incidents. Okay. What is the definition of sexual harassment? If someone touches your butt, is that sexual harassment? If they just pat your butt. Now, if they go for the whole Charmin squeeze thing, most definitely, and that's when you turn around and you smack them upside the head. What the hell is wrong with people? We had this discussion at work the other day, and I told the guys, you know, a lot of these things where these women are claiming, which, number one, I don't think I would admit to the general public that Senator Al Franken came within touching distance of me. Just saying, because, ew, seriously, I don't want to catch whatever, ew. But touching your butt is sexual harassment. If it's a pat on the butt, you turn around and you pat him on the cheek rather firmly. With a fist or an open hand, however you wish. You know, it's turning the other cheek. I mean, if he wants to pat you on the butt, give him a pat on the cheek as well. That's how you handle these things. You don't wait till years later when everybody starts going, oh, I was sexually harassed. and then you jump on the bandwagon, which I also told the guys at work that I think a lot of this crap is to dilute the waters. Because there are some powerful people that are going to be named. I have a funny feeling there's going to be some, and they're going to be able to poo-poo it. Because there's so many women out there. He said something. Yeah, I saw the other day as well that, what's his face from Hustler magazine apparently had 17 women come forward stating that he had sexually harassed them or assaulted them in 1991. Seriously, ladies, who were you dealing with? What in the hell? What did you expect? That is one of those situations where I go, seriously? What do you expect? Apparently, these are the third and fourth such allegations against Franken in the past week. Ladies, step up and smack 'em. You know, you have the right to defend yourself. Apparently, another accuser comes forward saying that Conyers asked to see her in his underwear. Really? 52 years in Congress, and he used taxpayer money to pay off another accuser. Really? A high-profile ethics lawyer, well, hey, you know, based in Washington, D.C., says that Representative John Conyers, Jr., summoned her to his office where the Michigan Democrat was in his underwear during her time as a minority counsel for the House Judiciary Committee. Melanie Sloan, who formerly headed Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, or CREW. How's that working for you, hon? Obviously, it's a uphill battle, swimming in all that sewage. Apparently, she worked for Conyers from 1995 to 98, and she told the Washington Post on Wednesday that Conyers asked her to come to his Rayburn building office at one point where she found him in his underwear. She was pretty taken aback to see her boss half-dressed, which, looking at a picture of him, I would have been too. And she turned on her heel and left. Sloan added that Conyers' behavior toward her was inappropriate and abusive, but she told the Post that she didn't believe she was sexually harassed by him. Bravo! Bravo. See, you turn around and you walk away. You do not condone that kind of behavior, or you smack him upside the head, or whatever, but come on, ladies. Okay. NFL considers blocking anthem protests. I really don't give a shit about that either. ABC News chief political analyst, groping's just cool if you're for the common good. Really? Every leader and each of us is human and flawed and makes mistakes, but there is a difference between those who are flawed who work for the common good and those who are flawed who could care less about the common good. Huge difference. Thank you, Matthew Dowd, but what does that have to do with the price of beans in China? I don't get it. There's no such critter. If you're pawing on people, I don't give a shit how much common good you're doing. You need to get pawed right back, upside the head. Okay, Piers Morgan, for God's sake, let boys be boys and girls be girls. Oh, God, yes, Piers. Thank you. See, now, I don't like Piers Morgan, but holy crap. Piers Morgan tries a third time to appeal to American conservatives, but don't be fooled. He still wants to confiscate guns and institute Obamacare. So, via the Daily Mail, I'm a man. There, I've said it. At the risk of offending the world's increasing army of hypersensitive, PC-crazed snowflakes, I'm proudly and unapologetically identified as a male. I realize that for some people, this admission alone is currently tantamount to having me fired, arrested, and possibly publicly executed. Think I'm being ridiculous? Think again. Last night, popular U.S. teen Vogue writer Emily Linden tweeted to her 22,000 followers, "Here's an unpopular opinion. I'm not actually at all concerned about innocent men losing their jobs over false sexual assault/harassment allegations." Well, Emily, aren't you just an inclusive little twit? I had to click on the read more. So yes, for some people like Miss Linden, just being a man right now is enough to warrant a career and life being wrongly destroyed. She's the worst kind of radical feminist, the kind that hates men so much it blinds her even to basic fairness and justice. Yet, Miss Lynn's tweet wasn't even the most outrageous gender-related thing that Piers read. No, that accolade goes to the speech from Natasha Devon, former British government mental health czar, to the UK Girls' School Association annual conference. In it, she advised that teachers should no longer refer to female students as girls or ladies, or to male students as boys. Ms. Devon explained that I would never walk into a room in an all-girls school and say girls or ladies because it would be patronizing. Really? Why is it patronizing? She added that I don't think it's useful to be constantly reminded of your gender all the time and all the stereotypes that go with it. What stereotypes? And I don't mind being called girly or, stuff like that. I mean, so long as you're not being derogative or being an ass, and I guess even if you want to be derogative or be an ass, that's fine. It's your label, honey. I don't have to wear it if it doesn't fit. Or if I don't like the way it looks with my ensemble. Just saying. So, warming to her theme, Ms. Devon stated that boys hold connotations of being macho and not talking about feelings, whereas girls prompts a sense that everything must be done perfectly, which can stress them out. I have never, ever, ever thought of it like that. Wow, thank you for straightening me out, hun. Today, she doubled down on her comment after they sparked a furious reaction. There are several unfortunate, negative, and largely unconscious connotations attached to gender, she tweeted. In that context, the words boy and girl can come with a whole heap of invisible expectations which can stifle and cause anxiety in young people. The only reason it stifles and causes anxiety in young people is because you keep yammering on it and you keep telling them your opinion, and then kids start thinking, so is there really something wrong with me? You're the one that's giving them the mind fuck, lady. There's your F-bomb. Yeah, I've never heard such utter garbage in my entire life. And given I judged talent shows for 6 years, that's a very high bar of garbage, which, yeah, Piers, I know you did. Speaking as a father of 4 children, 3 boys and a girl, I'll tell you what I think might just cause young kids more anxiety than being called boys and girls. And that is telling that they can't be called boys and girls, which, yeah, I think that would mess with their wee widow heads. Why in the hell are you even bringing this up? Kids will figure that out on their own, what they are and what they aren't. The simple reason is they were born boys and girls. Anatomically. Yes, they are handed to their proud parents at birth with the words, congratulations, you have a little boy, or congratulations, you have a little girl, not congratulations, you have a non-binary, gender-fluid creature of indeterminate sexuality, which Really? I would almost pay to hear that. These children will have spent years happily being boys and girls, and for the vast majority of them, that's exactly how they wish to remain. To banish these descriptive terms now is the first step to banishing gender altogether, thus disrupting and destroying one of society's strongest and until now least contentious norms, i.e. that we are either male or female. I suspect the real reason for Natasha Devon's speech can be found buried away as almost an afterthought. She said that she was also advising the abandonment of the term boys and girls to protect the feelings of transgender children. Transgender children are transgender because parents, adults, what have you, have told them that it's okay. Or that maybe they slapped a label on that child, and children aren't mature enough to understand that just because an adult slaps a label on you don't mean you have to take it. You can't presume that because somebody presents as a gender, she insists, that that's what they are. Well, actually, yes, you can. A girl presenting as a girl is a girl, and a boy presenting as a boy is a boy. This belief doesn't make me transphobic, as some might think. I fully understand and respect that some people genuinely feel that they were born to the wrong biological sex, and I understand that as well. There are some people that, and actually, if you look at their DNA or whatever the heck, apparently all these scientific things, which if you go by all the science anyway, half that shit I don't trust anymore. I understand where people can be confused at times. Piers goes on to say, I recently spent 3 hours interviewing Caitlyn Jenner from my Life Stories show and came away massively impressed by her extraordinary courage and determination in transforming from All-American male Olympic gold medal hero Bruce Jenner to a woman. Oy, I still don't understand that. This is not something anyone does lightly, and those who do it should be treated with full rights, respect, and equality. Okay. But what I don't support is this creeping eradication of conventional gender altogether, as if somehow it's a bad thing. You know, puzzle pieces fit together a certain way for a reason, and that's kind of the fun part, actually. This new gender war is being driven by the radical transgender community, which, like radical feminism or non-radical feminism, is a very different, far more aggressive, loud, and extreme group to the non-radical transgender community. And actually, I don't think it's being driven by the radical transgender community. I think there are people that are useful idiots out there. And there are others out there that are feeding them bullshit that, makes them feel better about whatever. And so, or makes them feel as though they could make a difference in this world. Well, you know what? You make a difference in this world anyway. But someone boosted their ego, and it wasn't intended to actually make them feel better. It was to, let's boost this asshole's ego so that we can work them to cause a little bit of disruption that will lead to a lot of disruption. They basically want anyone, including very young children at school, to be free to identify how the hell they like. And their campaign has been undeniably successful. To a point. There's backlash on this, because now it's becoming quite the joke. It really is. I see more and more shit on the internet about people going, well, I identify as a millionaire. Why don't you let me play like that? I identify as what was that one guy? A 56-year-old man that identifies as a 12-year-old girl. Really? Seriously? Okay. There's some messed up people in this world. Apparently, that's why Facebook currently provides over 70 different gender options, from two-spirit person to neutrous to transmasculine. One is simply neither. Really? Facebook does that? And yet Facebook told me I had to show them photo ID because they couldn't confirm that I was who I was. Really? Pierce goes on to say, now, I don't care if adults want to identify themselves as giraffes or parrots, if it makes them happy. It is their right, so long as they abide by the laws of the land. But I do care when massive pressure is applied on the rest of us to stop using words like boys and girls, because it may offend the gender fluid brigade. Gender fluid just really sounds squishy. It really does. You know, back in my day, we called that jizz. I know that's rude and crude, but seriously, that's what we called it. Unless that's not what you're talking about here. I also care that kids as young as 5 are being encouraged to embark on a journey to change their gender and or sex before they even really know what either thing even means. Anyone who's had children knows that they go through all kinds of confusing emotional turmoil before and during and after puberty. That's part of that hormonal uproar. Why add to that confusion by making them think that boys and girls are offensive terms? There's so many obvious unresolved problems with this surging transgender activism. Some schools begun eliminating gender distinctions in their sports programs, and so any boy who feels he's a girl can play on the girls' team. And this obviously puts most female athletes at an immediate physical disadvantage. They wouldn't let my oldest daughter play football, and you know what? I don't have a problem with that, because she went out for volleyball, she went out for basketball, and then she did Scholars Bowl and forensics, and she decided that the mental stuff would get her farther than the physical stuff, and it actually did. So I don't have a problem with some of this stuff. You know, and I really didn't want my daughter out there getting the shit beat out of her in football games anyway. So he goes on to say that other schools now allow boys who identify as girls, apologies to anyone offended by those words, to use the female bathrooms. So, you know, teenage boy identifying as a girl, wanting to go use the girls' room. Oh, also, while he's identifying as a girl, he's also identifying as a lesbian, which, you know, I happen to know quite a few male lesbians of America. They do happen to like women better than men. And, you know, he just happens to, he, she, whatever, happens to have to go to the bathroom at the same time that his lesbian lover has to go to the bathroom. Yeah, no, there wouldn't be a problem with that at all, would there? No, that wouldn't happen. So how can that do anything but create huge unease and discomfort? Yeah, I'll tell you what, if a guy would have walked into the girls' room when I was in high school, every damn one of us girls would have given him so much shit. No way. Companies are being bullied and harangued into converting to non-gender specific merchandise lest they get branded as trans bigots on social media. We see it in our high street stores and in our TV commercials. The problem gets even more acute when we consider sexual offenders in prison. Oh, great. Yeah, so you have a rapist that all of a sudden decides that, no, really, I'm a woman trapped in a man's body, and that's why I did this. So then they Well, okay. You identify as a woman, so let's move you to a women's correctional facility. Talk about putting the fox in the hen house. No, I can't see how anything like that. Oh, and guess what? That's the next thing that he says. They're already getting cases of a male rapist identifying as a female so that they can be switched to female prisons. What the hell? See, I was just posing that, and then here that is the next thing that he writes. Damn. Self-gender identity is very complex and potentially very dangerous thing. We're told that this is the new civil rights movement. That gender is the new skin color. No, it's not. No, it's not. What does the word gender even mean? Well, if you check any dictionary, it will provide a simple answer, something like this: the state of being male or female. Therefore, we are all either boys or girls, men or women. If, on reaching adulthood, someone like Caitlyn Jenner reaches an informed, mature, and unchanging belief that they were born in the wrong sex, then I will be the first to offer respect and encouragement for them to transition and fight for them to have equal rights. You know what? If you want to do that, that's fine, but don't be throwing it out there in the public eye. That, to me, it's like, oh, I'm going to let the world know that this is what I'm going to do. That is your private choice. Excuse me, the world doesn't need to know that shit. Till then, for God's sake, enough of the madness. Let boys be boys and girls be girls. And I gotta agree with Piers Morgan on this. Damn it, I never thought I would say that. But I really do gotta agree with him. Grammy identifies as the moon. Oh, Grammy, you gonna moon me? Ooh, baby. All right. Chloe, honey, when you get a picture of that. Actually, hon, I really don't need to see a picture of that. I've seen plenty of moons in my day. Seen one, seen them all. I personally identify as a Grammy cracker. Just saying. How absolutely asinine. And it's even scarier that I identify, but I agree with Piers Morgan. Holy shitballs. That's just, wow. It is a shocker. And yet, why do these, and I gave this person coverage. You know, that's one of those things. I'd listened to a video the other day about walking a fine line between people need to know this stuff or, hey, I find that fascinating, I'm going to go there. And really, do I want to feed that beast? That really is a fine line and a tough one to walk sometimes. And man, yeah, I went there. But I still got to agree with Piers. Oh, a pecan pie. Oh, see how you are, cuz. I just checked over on Facebook and my cousin just shared a picture of the pecan pie that she just made. And, yeah. I suck at making pies. That's why I buy them. Me and Mrs. Smiths are good friends. Actually, me and the bakery in Marienthal are very good friends. Oy, oy, oy. Okay. So, I don't have very much time left. So, oh yeah, probably ought to tell you, I will not be on Friday because I will be with family. 4-day weekend for this old broad. 4 days of spending with family. Not all the same family at the same time, but still 4 days with family. Man, am I going to be whack-a-doodled next week Wednesday? But that, Grammy and Moose Girl will be on with the Freakers Ball, and it looks like he's probably going to be playing a lot of very appropriate requests on the Freakers Ball on Friday. So be sure to check that out on Friday. And JJ's, it would be really, really awesome if you would play some tunage on Friday as well. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Just saying. Okay, here we go. I had to go to Fark. Okay, I gotta go to the dumbass one first. I just gotta. PSA, when selling marijuana out of your house, Facebook is not the best place to advertise. A police spokesman gives them 10 out of 10 for entrepreneurial skills and 0 out of 10 for intelligence. This is from the metro.co.uk. So where did this happen? That's what I want to know. The would-be entrepreneur posted a picture of cannabis on a Facebook page called Portsmouth Cannabis to try and sell it. But the image was spotted by officers who quickly identified the location using evidence from the photo. After the cannabis was seized, Detective Superintendent Paul Barton, head of the Serious and Organized Crime at Hampshire Police, hey, I know where Hampshire is, replied to the post. He said 10 out of 10 for entrepreneurial skills and 0 out of 10 for intelligence. Yeah. Police from the Cosham neighborhood team, Portsmouth, Hampshire, posted on Twitter, advertise the sale of cannabis on social media and expect a knock-knock from us. The Portsmouth Cannabis page posts includes one talking about a little one from the weekend with a video of $100 original gangster shatter and some mixed flower, really? Which are different types of cannabis. Okay. Mixed flower. It also links to an Instagram page which has 1,160 followers. Shock, shock. Apparently the guy was documenting his cannabis grow and effectively running a blog on how to do it. Well, honey, it is very entrepreneurial, but you really need to, kind of do a little bit of safety there. What's that? Okay. Back to Fark I go. Now, the other one that I thought was really kind of in the asinine category, seeing as how tomorrow is Thanksgiving. This Thanksgiving, shop early, travel early, cook early, fight early. Yeah, let's get it all done at once. The United States, the only place where you can have Black Friday sales, where people, the day after giving thanks for all that they have, go out and get into fights trying to buy cheap shit because they just don't have enough cheap shit. Apparently, brother stabbed with a kitchen knife amid argument over Thanksgiving dinner guests. A 61-year-old Queens man allegedly stabbed his girlfriend's brother during an argument between the siblings over who was being invited to Thanksgiving dinner. The brother, who is 54, was originally taken to the hospital in stable condition after the fight at the home on Anderson Road at St. Albans Tuesday evening. But his condition deteriorated and authorities said Wednesday he is not expected to live. Holy shit! Oh, and you guys just had to have that auto start. God dang it, I'm going to have to shut that off. The situation remains under investigation, but police say a preliminary investigation reveals that the 61-year-old boyfriend came home to his 66-year-old girlfriend and brother eating dinner around 8 p.m. on Tuesday. The siblings started fighting about Thanksgiving, and the boyfriend allegedly grabbed a kitchen knife and stabbed the brother in the chest. The sister was also taken to a hospital, but it's not clear if that was for evaluation or physical injury. It wasn't clear if the suspect was taken into custody either. Wow, you guys are just really not clear on very much. Are you? Thank you, Channel 4 News, an NBC affiliate. Wow. People. You're crazy, I tell you. The hell. Okay. Now we're going to go with an amusing one. Under Fark's amusing category, Arlo Guthrie, 18, of Howard Beach, New York, pleaded guilty to illegal disposal of refuse. This is a repeat, apparently, from November the 29th of 1965. Really? Oh, this is a look back at the original Eagle story about Arlo Guthrie's arrest. It's the original story from the Berkshire Eagle. Because they couldn't find a dump open in Great Barrington, 2 youths threw a load of refuse down the Stockbridge hillside on Thanksgiving Day. Saturday, Richard J. Robbins, 19, of Poughkeepsie, New York, and Arlo Guthrie, 18, of Howard Beach, New York, each paid a fine of $25 to Lee District Court. Cha-ching, see? Way back then. Some things just don't change. The fees just get higher. But they paid that after pleading guilty of illegally disposing of rubbish. Special Justice James E. Hannon ordered the youths to remove all the rubbish. They did so Saturday afternoon following a heavy rain. Police Chief William J. O'Banhine of Stockbridge later said that the youths found dragging the junk up the hillside much harder than throwing it down. He said he hoped their cases would be an example to others who are careless about disposal of rubbish. The junk included a divan, wow, plus nearly enough bottles, garbage, paper, and boxes to fill their Volkswagen bus. Holy crap, guys. The stuff would take up at least half of a good-sized pickup truck, Chief Oberheim said. The rubbish was thrown into the Nelson Foote Sr. property on Prospect Street, which is a residential section of Stockbridge consisting largely of estates on the hill across from Indian Hill School. Chief Oberman told the court that he spent a very disagreeable 2 hours looking through the rubbish before finding a clue as to who had thrown it there. He finally found a scrap of paper bearing the name of the Great Barrington man. Subsequent investigations indicated Robbins and Guthrie had been visiting that Great Barrington man and had agreed to cart away the rubbish for him. They told the court that when they found the Barrington dump closed, they drove around and then disposed of the junk by tossing it over the Stockbridge hillside. See, Arlo Guthrie was he's a bad boy. Litter bug. That's a little bit more than a litter bug. Little more than a litter bug. Yeah, Grammy, those darn interwebs, they find all of this stuff.
I love you, Mom, and I'll talk to you later.
So, oh man. Grammy, you got the duck. Gosh, darn it all. Oh, well. Well, you know what? I am just about out of time, and I still got one more batch of something to bake this evening. So, y'all been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3. Also on the RLMRadio.xyz site, the RLM TuneIn radio station, the RLM Internet radio station. Later to be on the, well, actually, it's on the RLM Spreaker channel right now, but it'll be redone here in a little bit. And also later on the RLM YouTube channel. Thanks for listening in, and please, everyone here in the USA, and who I think it's just here in the USA that has Thanksgiving tomorrow, please, if you're going to be traveling, travel safely. And try not to get into any fights with your relatives. At least not with any sharp objects. If you're going to use sharp objects, use it to carve up whatever feast you're having. And also, if you have the opportunity, please help out those that aren't going to be quite so fortunate as we are. And be thankful every day, not just on Thanksgiving. Because Thanksgiving, I'm starting to think all of these holidays are just pretty much to make a buck off of us. Why do we have to have a special day to be thankful? Be thankful every day. And be careful while you're out there. I hope you all have wonderful weather. And I guess I will see you all after the holiday weekend, next week, Wednesday. But Friday, there will be the Freakers Ball Friday evening. As far as I know, unless Flasher wants to do it, there won't be a dork table on Saturday, but Flasher might do one. I don't know. He has a wacky way of doing that. Sunday, Grimner at noon Eastern time with the blues, leading into Hal Anthony, who's going to open up a can of whoop-ass on Yo Ass. Always very good brain food. Sunday evening, Gary L. and Gigi's Boo with the Road Less Traveled. And yeah, I will be back next week, Wednesday, for the WHACK-A-DOODLE Wednesday edition of the Rocket Chair. So thanks for putting up with me this evening. And once again, be careful out there. Have fun tomorrow. Enjoy your family and friends. And if you're not going anywhere, you're just staying home alone, enjoy your quiet time.